The world believed the technology was buried forever after the Fisher job, but dreams have a way of resurfacing. Years after vanishing into uncertainty, Dom Cobb lives quietly under a different name, far from the corporate wars that once thrived on subconscious theft. He has tried to build a normal life, yet every night the same question echoes in his mind. Was he truly awake, or did he simply choose the dream he preferred? Across the Atlantic, a powerful tech conglomerate unveils a breakthrough device that promises therapeutic shared dreaming. Officially, it is meant to treat trauma, unlock creativity, and connect minds in ways never imagined. Unofficially, it is far more advanced than the military prototypes Cobb once used. The machine does not just enter dreams, it stabilizes them, extends them, and most disturbingly, remembers them. Cillian Murphy returns as Robert Fisher, no longer the insecure heir manipulated into dissolving his father's empire. He has transformed into a visionary CEO who rebuilt his company into a global innovator. But Robert begins experiencing dreams that are not his own. Cities fold in impossible angles, strangers whisper secrets he has never spoken, and at the center of every vision stands a spinning top that never falls. Robert traces the anomaly to a rogue programmer who once studied under the legendary dream architect Ariadne. The programmer confesses that someone is hijacking the new shared dreaming network, planting ideas not into individuals, but into society itself. Subtle suggestions are being embedded into millions of users, nudging markets, influencing elections, reshaping culture from the inside out. Meanwhile, Cobb is approached by a familiar face from his past, a former associate who warns him that his expertise is needed again. Someone has evolved INCEPTION into something far more dangerous. Instead of planting a single idea in one mind, this new architect is constructing layered realities designed to trap humanity in a dream they will not question. A dream where the architect controls perception of truth. Reluctantly, Cobb agrees to return, but only after ensuring his children are safe. He assembles a new team of specialists, including a fearless architect trained in experimental physics and a chemist capable of stabilizing 5 dream layers without neurological collapse. Their mission is not to steal or plant an idea. It is to descend into the source code of the shared network and confront the mind behind it. The plan begins with Robert Fisher volunteering as bait. His recurring dreams have made him a target already, and his access to the company's central servers allows the team to piggyback into the global system. Once sedated, they enter the first layer, a sleek futuristic metropolis powered by clean energy and flawless design. It looks like the world as it should be, too perfect. In the second layer, the city begins to fracture. Gravity shifts unpredictably, streets twist upward into spirals, digital billboards display memories instead of advertisements. Cobb realizes the architect is blending personal subconscious material with collective data harvested from millions of users. The result is a hybrid dream shaped by humanity's fears and desires. As they descend into the third layer, time stretches violently. What feels like hours becomes days. They find themselves inside a vast ocean fortress where waves crash against transparent walls revealing infinite reflections of the team. Each reflection moves slightly out of sync, suggesting parallel dream branches running simultaneously. The architect is not building one dream. He is building options, testing outcomes like simulations. Robert confronts a projection of his father who accuses him of failing to seize true power. The accusation triggers instability across the layer, and the fortress begins collapsing into the sea. Cobb guides Robert through the chaos, reminding him that projections only hold power when believed. Robert regains control, stabilizing the environment long enough for the team to dive deeper. The fourth layer is unlike anything Cobb has seen. There is no architecture, no defined space, only an endless shoreline beneath a gray sky. Countless spinning tops rest in the sand, each representing a different anchor to reality. At the horizon stands a solitary figure revealed to be an older, disillusioned former dream researcher who once worked on early military experiments. He believes reality itself is flawed, corrupted by greed and conflict. His solution is simple: replace it. He explains that the shared dreaming network has already integrated into global infrastructure. Soon the majority of humanity will spend more hours connected than awake. By subtly adjusting dream narratives, he can guide society toward peace and unity. Crime drops, wars dissolve, people accept curated truths because they feel happier. Free will becomes optional. Cobb argues that pain and uncertainty define authenticity. A perfect world imposed from above is just another prison. The architect counters that Cobb himself chose illusion when he spun his top years ago. The accusation cuts deep, forcing Cobb to confront the lingering doubt about his own reality. As tension escalates, the shoreline cracks open, revealing a fifth and final layer, raw subconscious space where memories take physical form. Cobb sees Mal walking toward him, not as a haunting projection, but as a stabilized construct fed by the global network's data of his past. She tells him this world could give them endless time together without guilt or loss. Robert watches as Cobb struggles, realizing that the architect designed this temptation specifically for him. If Cobb stays, the team loses its anchor. If he leaves, he must finally accept uncertainty. With resolve, Cobb tips one of the countless spinning tops, not to test reality, but to disrupt the layer's balance. The action triggers a chain reaction across all levels. The metropolis in the first layer begins imploding into digital fragments. The ocean fortress drains into nothingness. The shoreline fractures into blinding light. The team races upward through collapsing dreamscapes as synchronized kicks detonate across layers. Time compresses violently. They awaken in the real world to chaos. The shared dreaming servers overload, shutting down globally. News reports confirm that millions experience synchronized disturbances, glimpses of manipulated narratives dissolving before their eyes. The architect is arrested, yet he remains calm, convinced that humanity will eventually beg for a guided reality. Robert publicly dismantles the invasive aspects of the technology, choosing transparency over control. He thanks Cobb privately, acknowledging that the greatest idea implanted was not dissolution or domination, but responsibility. Cobb returns home once more. He spins his top on the table out of habit, then pauses. Instead of staring at it, he walks away to join his children outside. The camera lingers on the spinning top as it wobbles slightly. The screen cuts to black before it reveals the answer. In a final quiet moment, a faint echo of distant waves can be heard, leaving the audience questioning whether the deepest layer was ever truly escaped, or if Inception has simply evolved into something too vast to comprehend.